Welcome to another segment of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this evening. And we have Maria Hurst with us again,
Hello.
fresh from Tonopah.
No, that was a couple weeks ago.
Okay. But anyway, April 25th, hopefully we'll broadcast this evening. We had technical difficulties last week, so the segment with
Linda Cass?
Linda Cass will be broadcast in a couple weeks, so that'll still be coming up because
The film festival.
it's not until the 27th through the 29th of May, so we'll repeat that this coming week, so our apologies for that. Also, before I get to our guests, we're out of time, so you'll see the ads in the local papers for the town cleanup, the 11th annual town cleanup, the Prump Town Cleanup, at the Calvada Eye. Please, there you go. That's better than what I was showing you. Call the Chamber of Commerce 727-5800 to reserve your section of town to clean up, and just let them know. And then there's also 4 drop-off points in town. So if you have bulky items, you'll see it on the posters where to drop off your large items. So that's coming up, the 11th annual one. So please participate to keep the town clean.
Can we just, since we're talking about the town cleanup, can we just thank Prump Valley Disposal for that? Because they
Not
really,
enough we can't thank them.
they really, I mean, they go above and beyond for this event, and it's really awesome.
Right, and
It's really awesome what
they're
they
just
do.
such a big part of the Earth Day event also. So we.
How did that go?
The weather was great again. Yeah, thank you, wind. Thank you, God. It was great. We branched out a little bit. We got a little bit bigger this year, and we had it was my quest. I had the Volt over there. If you were over there, you could see the Chevy Volt. It was my quest for this year, and
you did good.
Yes, got it from the Spring Mountain Racing Center down at the other end of town. And he's not here tonight because he's tired. He's got some of his leaves got a little wilted. But Bob, the tomato plant,
We saw him on the news last week.
right. I'm going to bring him to the town board meeting tomorrow night. But we're leaving early because he won't be able to take the 5-hour meeting. All his leaves will be
Poor Bob the tomato plant.
But it is a wonderful time. It's great food, great information, a lot of giveaways, and it was great. Thank you for the wonderful weather 2 years in a row.
And thank you for putting on the event.
It's for the town of Pahrump. It's with the Nuclear Waste and Environmental Advisory Board, and we're also the people that put on the Pahrump Town Cleanup. It was started by Patricia Cox, and she passed the baton or the broom on to me.
The torch there.
Yeah. And then we're carrying on for the 11th annual one, which is Saturday, May 7th. So remember to call 727-5800. Now, let's get to our guests. And would you like to introduce our guests?
I would.
So I could stop talking?
First, we have some great guests. We have some things coming up, some services in town, and then another event coming up. Oh, before I say that, we have also Friday night is the last fish fry of Lent at the Our Lady of the Valley Catholic Church from 4 to 7. Fish fry is this Friday.
I thought it was last Friday. It was last fish fry.
No,
Sure?
that last Friday was Good Friday. No
Yeah.
fish fry on Good Friday.
Oh.
So this Friday, 4 to 7. So, on to our guests. Thank you so much for coming. We have Mr. Devin Brooks from Stepping Stones Behavioral Health Center and Miss Marna Kraus from the Maywest Fest.
Thank you.
So welcome. First, let's start with, I want to start with the Maywest Fest, only just because it's coming up, and let's talk a little bit about the event.
This is our inaugural event, meaning first one.
Nice.
So we've never had it before. Some people haven't heard of it yet. That's why it's a first-time event. It's at the Pahrump Nugget parking lot. The Fair and Festival Board is actually putting this on as a second event to help raise funds for our community fairground building fund. So it is Mother's Day weekend. We have something for everyone. We have, as the flyer shows, we have car show, we have bike show, we have craft vendors, and we have a lot of activities for the kids. On Saturday, the 7th, we have a poker run, That's for the adults. That's any mode of transportation. If you have your motorcycle, if you have your classic car or truck, or you have your 2010 SUV, you can enter. It's only $30, and the best hand prize is $700. So that's not bad, right?
That's awesome.
And even worst hand prize is $300. So that's a good shot there. And it's going to be a fun run. We're going about 95-mile run up to Death Valley Junction, over to Shoshone, and back to Pahrump. So that's on Saturday. We also have a kids somewhat poker run with a crazy 8 decks of cards. I have 8 decks of, or 5 decks of Crazy 8s cards. They will go around the Pahrump parking lot, the Nugget parking lot, pull in a card at each stop, and whoever has the best hand actually wins a computer.
Wow.
Yes.
Can I join?
Yeah, I know. I know we have adults that want to do this. We ask that you bring your bicycle, decorate your bicycles. We'd like to have a bicycle parade with this and then go right into the Crazy 8s run. But if you don't have your bicycle, bring your walking shoes because you are welcome. There is no entry fee for this. Everybody can join ages 3 through 12. And our great computer deal store, which is across from Big O Tire there at the marketplace, he is the one who has generously donated this computer. So, I mean, if anybody sees
That's
it,
Josh, I believe.
that's
over.
Josh. You are right. So you need to thank him for this. But,
Very nice.
So that's all on Saturday.
Can I ask, if the kids don't bring their bike, or if they don't have a bike, what if they wear like a hat, a decorated hat or a decorated T-shirt?
We would love to have a parade with these kids, no matter what. We
Cool.
would love to have the kids. And you can decorate yourself. I don't know, maybe you want to decorate your little doggy or your stuffed animal or something, drag them along
dogs
too.
will
That's
love that.
good for us. We love kids.
Cool.
Home Depot's going to be there with their free kids craft project that they do. The bounce house is going to be there. It's going to be free for the kids. The turtle train is going to be there. The Nye County Emergency Services is going to be there with their trucks and stuff. The kids can climb all over, and they have coloring books, I think, with safety information and stuff. Hopefully DARE's going to be there, and the fire department. We're going to have everybody there.
Nice.
So there's going to be a lot of activities for everyone. Now that's all. That's Saturday. Now we have the vendors and everybody there all weekend, but then on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, May 8th, we have a car and a bike show. And we end Mother's Day with a Kid Fiddlers concert. This is a mom and her 5 children out of Vegas. The children age is 9 to 20. They've been touring the whole country right now. They've been playing in over 40 states at state fairs, county fairs, and all the date festivals and strawberry festivals, all that kind of stuff. That will be in the Nugget at the Convention Center area. Tickets for the adults are $9. Children 12 and under is $7. And they are on sale right now at Dairy Queen. And they will be on sale tomorrow at Ace Hardware and at the Nugget. Now, Dairy Queen has graciously put a coupon on the back of your ticket. So once you take mom out for this Kid Fiddler show, you can take her to Dairy Queen and get a free ice cream cone.
Hey.
So, and you don't have to
Very
go to
nice.
Vegas. You can stay right here in front. So treat mom
Nice.
to this and help our community, help our building fund for the fairgrounds. And I have to say, the community has embraced this. Just amazing. I mean, the raffle prizes that have been and offered, just cash donations to help us offset some of the expenses. We'll have event T-shirts for sale, and everybody in the poker run gets this cute little Maywest pen. And I think you know what I'm talking about. The older generation, some of the younger ones don't, but you know Maywest.
We're learning.
And if we could talk, it would say come up and see us sometime, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So it's just a whole big weekend event, and we hope to make this every Mother's Day weekend from now on.
Nice. Thank you so much. I think that these festivals that we have, you're right, about the community, just embracing it.
Yes.
They're healthy things for the community. They're healthy for the family. Families can go together. They can get involved. So on that note, speaking of healthy families, I'm going to go to Devin because your agency promotes healthy families.
Oh, yes, most
So
definitely.
let's talk about your agency. It's called Stepping Stones Behavioral Health Center.
Yes, it's called Stepping Stones Behavioral Health Center. We actually came here to Pahrump a little over a year ago. We didn't know that there was such a great need as far as children who might have access one disorders. A lot of times, a lot of children who might be in foster care or probation or parole are not necessarily even one of those things, but a lot of grandparents out here who deal with their children and might need extra assistance or might be going through some behavioral health issues that they might not quite understand. And from coming out here a little over a year ago, we found that there was a need. And from that, we've been actually growing a lot and getting the opportunity to meet with a lot of people from the community and realize that stepping stones can play a huge part here in Pahrump, and making those connections we feel are key.
What are some of the goals? I mean, I'm sure everybody has a different goal, but what's the ultimate goal? I mean, I don't mean to make the question so broad, but say you take youth and then that you work with Medicaid.
Yes, just for example, each situation is unique. We provide a couple different things. We provide individual therapy, we provide family therapy, we also provide basic skills training and also psychosocial rehabilitation. BST is just that. You might have somebody come out working with the child from 2 to 3 hours a day, anywhere from 2 to 3 days out the week on basic skills, basic social skills, basic effective communication skills, basic behavior management skills. PSR is a little bit more in depth. That's where we might work with children who might experience some domestic violence in their family, a lot of times substance abuse. Some cases as severe as even molestation, where they're dealing with these issues and they need some counseling, they need some therapy, they need somebody to help them get through some of the issues. Like I mentioned before, we have grandparents who might have children that might have ADHD, might have bipolar, and there's different skills that you really need to incorporate when you're dealing with children who have some of these disorders. And a lot of times what we find is these kids are not getting the proper skills that they need, so they might be acting out in school, they might be acting out at home, they might be acting out in public. So what we try to do is bring in these PSR, BST workers, provide individual therapy, family therapy by licensed psychologists, and help a lot of these children who might need help, as far as adults as well, too.
So it's kind of intensive therapy, one-on-one. Is it in their own setting, or do they go, so they're actually, we work with these children, just staying on the children, it's a 90-day program. So if, for example, say that you have a child that is ADHD, they're acting out of school, they're going through these different issues, what we will actually do is set up a time for an intake where we get all their basic information, let them know, are you qualified for our program? These are the proper steps. This is everything that you'll need to have through Medicaid in order to join our program. From there, what we'll do is provide them with a psychologist who will provide them with an assessment. And from that assessment, they will take that assessment to the home. We will do the intake in the home. Mm-hmm. A lot of times the psychologist wants to get that home environment to really get a true presence of what this child may be going through. Mm-hmm. We also offer, of course, the therapy and other services at our office, but we do provide a lot of the service within the home. It's extremely important to capture a child's all the different social environments that they might be in. So us being able to go to the home, being able to transport, during the intake, you'll fill out a transportation form. So a lot of times they might go work on activities or lesson plans in the home. Sometimes it can be at the school or library. It just depends on the situation of the child and what they might be going through. Okay. So works on each individual goals. That's really nice that there's everything is tailored to that individual. It's
yes,
not like I'm not saying anything about any other kinds of therapy, but there's different kinds of therapy that work for different kinds of people. Mm-hmm. And so that's another avenue that we have in town, which is really, really nice.
Like with your job, you don't go into the homes, you have to assess them at your office,
right.
Just like I do,
right.
or what I had been doing in the past. So we don't have that added dimension to see actually what's happening in the home. Sometimes it's a lot worse than they want to tell you about.
Yes, yes, that's what we find out a lot. And a lot of the children that we have don't have transportation. The family don't have transportation. So, the fact that they pick these children up and provide these services for them, I think the thing that is appealing to myself is that a lot of parents just don't know that the services are out there. And depending on if they have certain types of insurance, it's absolutely free. And for somebody to come in and work with the child and provide them with an assessment and take them through all the things that they need to go through in order to help this child progress to a higher level, it's amazing that they don't know.
And also, one of the great advantages I'm thinking about is the parents. I mean, kids don't come with rule books.
Oh, no.
And their different needs. There's not, I mean, there's information out there, but sometimes the parents don't know where to find it. So with your resources, you can give them tools, you can give them coping skills, you can give them different things that will help the parent and the child work together better too, because they may not, the parents may not know how to find it. The child may not know how to communicate what it is they want to communicate to the parent, and the parent might not, vice versa. So if you can help give them those tools, then
most definitely,
then like you said, the outcome, they can grow up and their whole life can be.
I had a parent tell me the other day, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing because I don't want my child to feel like there's something wrong. And I had told the parent that it's so important for the parent to take themselves out of the equation. A lot of times I don't want to admit that I have something wrong with me, just like somebody else. Nobody wants to say there's anything wrong, but there's something extremely wrong if you just ignore the problems that are going on and you don't allow your child to get the proper help that they need. Just because you ask for help doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. And I want to try to get rid of that stigma.
Well, I'm thinking about it like if your child had an ear infection, you would take them to the doctor to get their ear checked up. If they broke their arm, you would go get them a cast. So these types of things are not really any different than those types of things. They're just different issues. I mean, you wouldn't put a stigma because you broke your arm. So, I mean, to me, I don't think parents should look at it like it's a stigma. It's just a different issue. There's not anything wrong about it. It's just different.
And the progression that the child makes is so amazing too. A lot of situations where a lot of children that we get are low-income children. Like I said, been a witness to domestic violence, substance abuse, and several other things. And it's amazing how the child's attitude will change significantly when you just place somebody with that child. When a child can depend that there's somebody who's going to be there on a regular basis to make sure that they're going to do the things that they need to do, not just leave them when they start acting out, and building that trust, it turns into something way more than anything that we could have expected as far as stepping stones, and it's almost magical. So I'm doing my job is amazing, and I enjoy doing it, and I hope that I can reach out to as many families as possible, and I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come here and hopefully allow some families to know what's going on and how we can help out.
That's no problem. It's kind of, when you said that, it reminded me of the programs that I don't know if they still have them out there, like the Big Brothers and Big Sisters, but only this is a more professional place, a more professional pairing. So you have people, I mean, not just somebody there, but people that can give the child the skills. So their support, their skills. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on.
Oh, no problem. Just so any parents that might have any concerns, all of our BST and PSR workers and therapists are clinically, are under our clinical direction of Dr. Lawrence Lyon. Also, all of our BST and PSR workers go through a 16-hour Medicaid training process. If they're a PSR worker, they have to have a bachelor's degree in a social field. So we do a lot of time trying to make sure that we give not just
we have professionals.
We really take the time to make sure we have credible and professional people out there working with these people's children. So it's important to us.
Thank you. How would somebody get a hold of you?
If they wanted to get in contact with me, they can give us a call at 702-882-9002. And if you have like a child that needs any kind of referral base, that would be a great number to contact there. Also, if there's any type of emails or anything like that, you can email me at devin@SSBHC Corp.
Stepping Stones Behavioral
Health Center Corp.com. So
Or you can Google stepping stones if you
Yep.
forget any of this, and you can
Yes.
find them that way. And there's a lot of social services around. I know at WIC we have a list of all of the behavioral health services in town, so you can always find them on that. You can always come and ask us for a list.
How do they get in touch with you?
The WIC office is 727-4884, and I'm extension 2.
One thing I didn't want to cut
No,
you off on
no.
this. We work with a lot of community resources. So one thing that we try our best to do with Stepping Stones is if we go to Nevada Outreach, we're always partnering with the Pahrump Coalition. Always trying to make sure that we understand that Stepping Stones can't do this by itself. It takes several different people. So, if you're a agency out there that works with the kids, or if you're just another agency that wants to help, and there's any way that we can make a connection with each other, please, by any means, give us a call. It's not a one-person show here. We're really, truly trying to help these kids. So if you want to be a part of Stepping Stones, if we can collaborate anyway, we would love to. We have a whole bunch of kids that need all the help and assistance that they can get. So we're not selfish at all.
And I know that there is several companies out here that do what you do, but you all seem to have a specialty. So what I'm seeing, because I have a lot of clients where I'm at, and what I'm seeing is all these companies tailor to just a little bit different type of service, and so everybody has been working together very well.
Yes.
And it's very nice to see the community, that all these companies are coming together and everyone's getting coverage. So if you think that your child might qualify for this, if you're interested in knowing more information, you can call the WIC office. We can give you a list, and then you can call all of them, or you can call Devin, and there is all the companies that can get, no matter what it is, there's a company that can cover it.
We can. There's several of us out there. Several of us out there that want to help. So. And
we've seen some of your clients, and they're very happy with you. So, let's get his number back up on the screen before we go out, and we want to get the Maywest information out too. So 702-882-9002. And if you forgot, you can see this segment on YouTube, and then you can go on YouTube and get the number off there too.
All right.
Or you can watch us on Sunday morning at 6:30.
Or Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. Bright and early while you're getting ready for church. You can turn on the show and have your coffee.
Hang in there, John.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the time I get up all the time. So, then I wind up seeing myself Sunday morning. I'm sorry, I have to turn it off the second time.
That's nice, though. That's nice.
I think he said we had 2 minutes left.
I think
we
so.
can go through that. We could take our time.
Okay.
So I would just like to reiterate what's going on with the Maywest Fest.
Okay, well, I would like to say we have room for vendors yet, and I've actually invited the nonprofits in Pahrump. They can come and do their fundraising, and there's no charge for them. And I know I haven't talked to nearly all of them, or even half of them. So if anyone is interested, you can go on our fair website, which is Pahrump Fair and Festival. It's all spelled out, PaHrumpFairandFestival.com. You go to the Maywest page, and the forms are on there. We still need an application from you, but there's no charge. So we're looking for vendors. There's all kinds of activities going on. You can give me a call at 234-8822. That's a 775 area code, and I can help you with that. And I hope to see everybody Saturday and Sunday, May 7th and 8th in the Nugget parking lot.
Hey!
And the Kid Fiddler Show. Don't forget the Kid Fiddler Show. Great time to take Mom out.
But last but
And
not
it's
least,
probably a lot cheaper than they're charging everywhere else in the country.
yes.
So.
don't forget me. Put my poster up there.
And don't forget the town cleanup.
May
Because
7th.
Yes. After you go to the town cleanup and clean up our beautiful town,
Yes.
We'll
then
leave
we'll
you
see
on
you
that.
over at the Nugget.
727-5800, Chamber of Commerce, once again. You'll be done by noon at the latest, okay? Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for watching. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
And we'll see you next week. Good night.
See ya.